Alright, YouTube, what's up and happy Monday to y'all. It is Monday the 15th of February 2016 and we are here to discuss the markets, or the Forex market to be exact. So, in the previous videos we have been running a little long. That is, the videos have been reaching up to an hour, maybe 40 minutes or so. I'm always trying to make them short because I know that people don't really like spending an hour. Most people don't like spending an hour just watching someone rambling on. So in this week I will try to be as short as I can, talk fast and go fast over the pairs. I will be as usual be concentrating on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, maybe bump up to the daily to get some overview, but we won't be discussing any day trading just because it will take too long. But I am still holding on to the dream that I will be starting a live room when the community is a little bigger, right? So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. If you heard my dogs, excuse them. But subscribe to the channel, like, share, do whatever it takes, and of course find us on TradingView under Forex Viewers and subscribe there as well. So let's just get started. We will start by erasing this. This is what I was doing yesterday, earlier in the morning. So this did not pan out. So we start the day, or start the discussion on the Euro USD, and this is the level we were talking about earlier, or the last week. So you see that the market did come quite close into that area. We did not get in there, but that's fine. There's nothing right now that's telling us that we won't be getting up here, just because if you can take a look at, let me fatten this up. So let's get one thing straight, right? So there are about 2 hours until the close of this candle right here. We're on the 4 hour. If the candle closes below our previous structure point, then we will be changing our mindset to bearish, right? Just because we've broken this structure. I do want to see a break of this and this structure, but a break of this structure right here does indicate a bearish move. What I would like to see, if the market breaks this structure right here, is the market breaking this structure as well, doing something like this, putting in a nice retracement or pullback into this structure level, or green box here. We've discussed that in the past videos, and then continuing on its way down, right? So that's what I would like to see if the market keeps going down. On the other hand, if the market does not break the structure and we do get and I'm going to put in my awesome drawing skills here to work. If we do get a candle looking something like this would be a pin bar candle. If this candle right here, ends up looking something like this, not being able to break the previous structure, then that would be a decent a decent opportunity for you trend continuation traders to jump onto this big move right here, which started right here with the break of these structure points, right? So then I would expect something like this to happen into our either our highs right here or all the way into our red box, our structure zone, right? So that's the thing I'm thinking about when looking at the euro dollar on the 4 hour. There's nothing on the euro as of right now which interests me. I'm not just going to be selling or buying either way. I don't really have any reason to do so. But I'm very curious. There's 2 minutes and 2 hours, excuse me, and 16 minutes until this candle right here closes. And like I said, if the candle ends up looking something like this, to be exact, it would look something like this with a little top here. That would be maybe a possible entry signal for some of you, those of you who are trading those candlestick patterns. I personally don't trade the patterns, the candlestick patterns, just because this is a pin bar, but it is a nice clue that the market is pressing up and might had up to either, like I said, these highs right here, or at least this point right here, this red line, right? This could be a place to take maybe first targets or so. But of course, we would have to have some decent risk reward to go with it. If we check down to the 1 hour time frame, it's just more of the same. We have broken the structure point right here with this candle. So if you're trading, if your higher time frame is the 1 hour, you might be looking to hop on this down move right here, with the market breaking here, pulling up and continuing down, right? So if you do get an entry reason on the 15 minutes or so, if you're day trading, if you're in that time zone that you're day trading as of right now, or this video gets published, then this could be an opportunity for you. Nevertheless, like I said, nothing on the euro for me right now. So we'll just have to wait and see. So let's continue down to the pound dollar. So I posted this Gartley pattern on TradingView just an hour ago or so. As you can see, if I move this right here and I move this right here, we did not hit our entry just yet. So that's important that you maintain your consistency if you're trading these patterns, that this is the entry point of the pattern. Of course, you can front run by some pips, but mainly we have not. We are still, or we are here right now. So take a look at this candle right here. This would be something that I was talking about on the euro, if the candle ends up, the 4 hour candle ends up looking something like this, right? But anyway, we are still, as of right now, 40 something pips from our entry. So the market, of course, could do something. It went down to here, and of course the market can do something like this. Then it's just tough break, man. We did not get our entry. There's no reason for us to be upset about it. A great example would be that I knew that the pound dollar was going to be long. You might get the market doing something like this, right? And then just sky up. And you're just a few pips from your entry. But that's how the cookie crumbles and the market moves, so deal with it. That's the only thing I can advise you. But of course we have the ABCD to go along with the Gartley pattern. So this would be a as the inventor of the Gartley wanted it to be traded with the ABCD. And we have the 127 extension right here. We have also the inversion right here. So we have the 127 and the 1414 lining up inside our trading box, and the 127 inversion just above, right? So that's what I'm looking at on the pound dollar. Interesting enough, and I can't tell you guys enough how this thing works out. So we drew in the box, what was it, week 1 or week 2? So if you haven't seen us or seen me drawing in those boxes and representing the structure, please watch the previous videos if you have the time. But take a look at all these structure points we drew in, and just take a look at how the market is respecting it once and twice, 3 times, right? So it doesn't need to be accurately on point with a line, right? That's why we draw these zones, these structure zones, right, on our higher time frames. But you can see that the market respected that zone, went up, went down into our cipher pattern completion, and just guide up from there. We got our target 1 and target 2, and the market is doing what right now? It hasn't quite reached our zone, but just to be clear, if this were our entry and we weren't trading the Gartley, of course we would have some structure to go along with it right here, right here, right here, right here, and probably some more way back here. But this zone right here is, in my opinion, the most strongest trading zone as for this chart at this time. So the Gartley on the pound dollar, that's what we're looking at right now. Let's continue to the dollar yen. We have the bat pattern inside our trading area or our structure zone. We did draw it like this at first, right? We can see that the market is, but technically this would be the whole zone, right? It's quite big, so I drew in a couple of zones here in the previous videos. So you can see that the market, or the bat pattern, excuse me, completes just above it, but obviously you can see the structure right here, right? Just going up and down, up and up and up and up. So this could be drawn like this as well. So we have that the bat pattern on the dollar yen, and this is an excellent entry point to jump on this trend or this downwards moving market. Of course, we're on that's if we are talking about the higher time frames. As we can see right now, the market has been moving like so, up or down, pull back, down, pull back, down. This would be a nice pullback with good risk to reward if we were to place our stops above this high right here. It's not the best looking structure as we do get right here. We have this what's it called? This U-shaped or almost U-shaped market. We just kind of down here, but nevertheless, we are trading it off the 1 hour. Our stops would go above X. Then we'd stay clear of this structure right here and this structure right here, possibly this structure right here as well. So a nice looking trade setting up, and we are just about to hit our entry point. So that's fantastic. So just put your limits order on, and of course this would probably when this video gets out. So I hope you just have been following me on TradingView, because I posted it not here. I posted it. I need to refresh. It's the most recent posting, 1 hour ago. Here it is. So I hope you've seen this, and we are here right now. So it's a good thing to follow us on TradingView if you want to get the some trading signals live. So let's continue to the charts. So that's dollar yen for you. Let's check out the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. So I might need to do some explaining on this. So let's bump up to the higher time frame just to see what I was doing. So this would be a butterfly pattern. We had that structure level we drew in. And again, if you haven't seen the videos, go back, check out these structure where I draw this in. We do have a valid bat pattern right here. As I trade the bat, if I trade the bat, I trade the bat, or the butterfly, excuse me, only as an entry technique, because where do we put our stops? The stops would need to go above this leg right here, and then we're way off risk to reward if we were trading the butterfly as a strategy, and that's the main reason. Of course, you can check out our courses if you want to learn these things, really cheap. In my opinion, because I spent thousands of dollars learning how to trade. So you can find it. I'll put a link below the video. It's on Udemy. It's $2.99. I'll give you a discount as well. Give you a 50% discount. So it's about $100 or so. In retrospect to what I spent, that's pretty nice. But let's erase the butterfly. Let's talk about these lines right here. So something like this. So mainly what I was thinking was how the market is moving, right? We have the market break this structure point right here and then put in a little consolidation area. Oops, not the line I was looking for. Like so. Right, so the market just is consolidating. Doesn't really have a clear direction, but I was talking about if we get into this, or I was thinking about, I wasn't talking, of course I talked to myself, but anyway, if we get up into this level, we had the ABCD as you saw, right here, we had the butterfly just above that, and we have of course this strong structure zone. You can see that the market is respecting it recently, right here and right here. So this would not be a terrible place to go short at, right? If you're counter trend. But if the market, let me just do something like this. If the market decides to break, I'm just gonna talk you through the moves of the market. All right, so we break this point right here, we consolidate a little, we don't we go right here, we don't break this point right here, so we go up into the structure, again down, we don't break the recent structure right here or right here. So this is the current market, right? So if we were to go up here, or even just, as you can see, the market is starting a small descent right here. If we do something like this, for example, and we break right here, I would like to see, as in the Euro example, I would like to see a break right here, and right here. That would be a clear indication of what the market wanted to do. That would tell me that the market would like to go lower. Technically, if we break this point right here, we are thinking bearish on the 4 hour. But like I said, these two structure points are really close together. we can see the pressure on the candle right here. There's obvious pressure, so I would like to see a break of this, and this structure points, just to get a clear idea of what the market wanted to do. If that was the case, I would like to see that the market would break here, put in a pullback somewhere around this area, and then continue lower, right? So that would be my my opinion on what's happening on the new sea. Of course, we're just speculating really far into the future. We don't know, maybe the market pressures up and breaks above these highs right here. I would like to see a break right here, and of course I would like to see a break right here if I'm thinking about going long. But that's my opinion on the New Zealand dollar, US dollar on the 4 hour. Let's check down to the 1 hour. Not much happening right now. We are in no man's land right here. The RSI is not overbought or oversold. So right now there's nothing there that is really interesting. We did get the bat pattern right here, as so, and we got profit from that, so that was pretty nice. We don't have any pattern action going on as of right now. As you can see, this would be the retracement, and we don't make it to the 38, so we're not on any alert pattern wise as of right now. So, and that might all change. So that's the New Zealand dollar. Let's check out the euro yen. The euro yen, this is of course our structure we drew in. If you wanted to go short the euro yen, which would not be a bad idea, if you wanted to jump on the move right here, we did get a break of this structure point right here, got to an hold right here. I wonder why. You can see the structure points, and of course check out the videos where I drew in the areas. So for the market to do something like this would be pretty probable, but nevertheless I would not be trading this right now. Why? Because we have awful risk to reward. Because as you know, we want the stops to go above previous highs, and this is the previous high, so our risk to reward, I can draw it in here. If we want to go short right now, and the ATR is about 55, so it would look something, and this is not accurate. I don't feel like doing it. It's just an example. So if you were shooting for the lows right here, this would be a awful looking risk to reward, right? That does not mean that we can't trade it. We just can't trade it right now off the 4 hour. We could, of course, wait for the market to go higher. For example, we could wait for the market to go here. We can take a retracement from the last leg. And as you can see, the 786, if the market would push up into the 786, would provide us with pretty decent risk to reward. Almost a 2-to-1, I think. But like I said, right now I would not be trading it just because of the risk to reward. We are inside our structure zone, but there's nothing really telling us that the market will stop here and go down. Of course it could, don't get me wrong, but nothing that I would be interested in trading. On the 1 hour, we can see that the market is just not doing very much, at least for the day. Yeah, it's just the same as the 4 hour. Of course, if this were your higher time frame, we did get a break. We are respecting this level right here. As you can see, right here, we are here right now. But maybe there's something on the lower time frames you could use to go short if that was the case, or long. But like I said, I'm gonna stick to the 4 hour and the 1 hour, so there's nothing right here on the euro yen right now. But nevertheless, keep that structure in mind. Keep it in mind. This is a nice looking area to go short. Either if you could work out your risk to reward to match with the 618 or the 50. If you're looking for extended targets, there's always a way. You could, if you're looking for that extended targets, that 127 right here. Of course, I would not be doing that because first of all, I don't do it, and secondly, this structure zone right here does concern me. But let's see, do we get an ABCD? No, we're gonna shoot over. But we might get an ABCD into that 127. So there is a possibility if you can make the risk to reward work. Let's see. If this is the high and we were to go short, this is just a continuation of what I was thinking on the 4 hour. The ATR is 20 something. Let's do something like this. Now this could be a risk to reward. You trade. We have almost a 2-to-1. So it's just a matter of making things work in your favor, right? All right, so the euro yen, check. Dollar CAD. We had the Gartley pattern right now. I think we're still in it. I don't personally trade the Gartley on the dollar CAD. Let's check it out. If you're trading the Gartley on dollar CAD and this was your entry right here, the ATR is 22. We have to take the ATR from here, of course. The ATR is, or was, when we entered, or if you entered, about 40. So 40 from right here, that's 70 pips. And yeah, you would still be in it. So just remember, move your targets with the market. So this would be target 1 right now. Target 1, target 2 right here. The discussion of the graceful exit, I don't want to really go into it because I'm trying to make this short, but if you have the graceful exit in your trading plan, you could use it. I don't personally use it just because it messes with my mind. We have the break right here. We would expect the market, like I've drawn in, we have the break from our studies. We would expect the market to do something like this, right? But you could, if the market touches the break even and you can't get out of the trade, you can either go the trade right now or wait for it to hit break even and make it a break even trade. Reason why I don't use it is the market could shoot up and then you'll be kicking yourself, right? So just use it if you have it in your trading plan and you know what you're doing when using the graceful exit, right? that's all I'm thinking on the US dollar, Canadian dollar. Let's check out Aussie CAD. Yeah, this is. If you haven't watched our previous videos, do so. For the last, I'm gonna say this for the last time. We had a great discussion on this pair. We drew in the trend line, and we drew in the structure, and I explained why the structure, this zone is interesting, and this zone right here above also. And you can see how the market is just respecting these areas, right? Up and down, up and down. And this is, take a look at this beautiful pin bar candle right here. Just kisses our structure point, and then we are headed down as of for right now. I would expect the market to come down into this area. If we break this area right here, I would like to see a break of this and this, at least this one, just to see if the market has stopped respecting these two levels here. But as of right now, you can see how the market is respecting the hell out of these levels, and we'll just have to wait to see. If you are looking for an entry to go long on the Aussie, I would wait for the market to come into this level, if it does, and then shoot up again into this level. This would be the level I would not be shooting for more extended targets as of right now than this level right here. But if you got short right here, that's great. Then I would shoot for this level right here for targets. So that's what I'm thinking on the Aussie CAD. So of course, guys, like I said, I hope this wasn't too long. I'm trying to make this just short, but if you want to have some detailed discussions and maybe some day trades and stuff like that, I'm open for it. Just leave a comment below. Tell me what you think. Like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, I would really appreciate it if you would leave a comment, because I'm trying to get better at this teaching thing, this live teaching thing. I do want to make a live teaching room someday soon. And of course, check out the courses if you haven't already. I'll leave a link below the video and give you guys a decent amount of discount. Alright, until next time, guys.